Annuel is our anniversary celebration beer for the brewery Truro. Anniversaries are a big deal to us here at the brewery. We have a bourbon barrel aged Solera Old Ale that we release every year for our anniversary. And when we started Truro, we wanted to make a Truro anniversary blend that really paid homage to the brewery. And so that's what we have here. This is our 5th year celebration. And so what we do with this is we take a portion of our Solera Anniversary Ale from the brewery, so our old ale, to kind of bring that Solera blending technique and the whole, really kind of the whole company back together when we start blending the sour beer with our bourbon barrel aged anniversary ale. So it's based on that. It's using also some hand-selected barrels from the Truro cellar. The guys at Truro went through and found what they thought would be the appropriate barrels to blend with this beer. And so this year, this beer includes some sour quad that's blended in, a little bit of oud tart, and then some different blonde sours that are blended as well. When you smell it, you definitely get the bourbon notes on the old ale. There's sour notes and a little bit of wine barrel from the sour quad and the oud tart. Some definite red fruit notes as well, coming from the oud tart. But really a big sour beer, 13.7%. Not a lot of sour, but a lot of body, a lot of big, chewy bourbon old ale notes, and then a little bit of slight acidity that's coming through and kind of thinning it out on the palate. It's really a fantastic beer, and it's a good representation of the different styles of beer that we brew. It's a very big bodied beer, and I think it can handle like very hearty meals, pot roast and that sort of thing. But I also think the acidity that it has in it really lends itself to more delicate foods too, and actually a lot of like creamy foods. So I could think of, like, quite honestly, something as simple as a white Alfredo, like cream sauce and garlic on pasta would go really well with this as well. And I think it could supply that a little bit of that umami flavor. So you don't necessarily have to pair it with a meat dish, but I also think if you do pair it with a meat dish, it can actually accentuate some of that flavor as well. Our Solera method and Solera method in general is basically a practice of blending where you always reserve some of the previous year's stock to blend into the next product. And the way we do it is over a 12-year period. As we make a Solera beer to put back in barrels, so we blend last year's beer with this year's beer. And a portion of that beer goes back in the barrel. So we started with year 1, year 2. By the time we get to year 3, we're blending a little bit of year 1 and year 2 into year 3. Now, when you take that all the way up to 12 years where we're at now, so every bottle of our anniversary, every barrel of our Solera has a little bit of beer in it from each of the previous years. It's not the easiest thing to do, and it's not the easiest thing to do every year as you turn over staff and you have to reinvent and remember why we're doing the things we're doing. It is something that for myself and for the rest of the production staff here, it does give us a tie to our history and where we've been and where we're going. And now it's our path to chart in the future, but we're carrying the past along with us with every drop in every bottle.